SGC here, and we're back for comics time. First up, Chew 60. Just moment of silence. Just great. It was just a great conclusion, time jumping, and then the ending was just bittersweet and just yes. Can't believe it's been 60 issues and it's a full-size crazy $7, $6 US issue, and it was just great fun and a great conclusion. Like I am very satisfied with the ending, and it's just, man, Tony, you went through so much. I just actually can't wait to reread everything because I want to just see it all and see the progression like that. But definitely check it out if you haven't. Chew has ended. Now you can read it and go like, it's going to end versus it's forever going. But yes, thank you team. Thank you everybody. Thank you John Layman, Rob, Guillory, Larry. Thank you. Hopefully you guys will work together again, and I can't wait to see what you're going to come up with next because it's whack and whack. So yes, thank you so much for Chew. Sort of backstory, like literally, RX Comics closed, Chew 60 came out, and it's just like, that's it. I went to RX because of Chew, Volume 1, Issue 7. That's when I first showed up at that store, and now the series is ended, and the store has closed, so... But, you know, something comes out. New stuff always comes, so yeah. Can't wait to see their next project. Next up, Spider-Gwen number 14. More Daredevil, more Captain Stacy, and it's just... It still irks me a lot where they keep bringing up her loss of powers, and that was in that event thing that happened, and I didn't read it because it was in another book. And for some strange reason, the losing power part wasn't even in her own book. It was in Miles Morales. And now there's a new event coming, and I'm not even going to read that. So don't expect to be reviewing those. And definitely did not dig the change of artist because it totally... Like... The art is fine. It's probably the whole issue was like this, I would have been totally fine, but it's just so drastically different from Rodriguez's art, because I mean, like, Rodriguez's art has more thinner lines, whereas this is a lot thicker inking happening, and it just really pulled me out of the immersion, and it was just not good at all. So yeah, I don't even know if the next issue, I think the next issue is still, 15 is still with Daredevil, talking about stuff. I mean, half of this issue wasn't even about Daredevil, it was about Spider-Woman and this dude, and they're fighting crime and all that stuff. She's visiting from normal, I mean, the main timeline. They have a name for it now. I don't even know what it's called. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just here for the art, really. I mean, I love the characters. I just sort of wish they did more with it. So, I don't know, maybe I won't come back after the whole event thing, because that would be probably a nice sort of jumping off point, because I'm not even getting it right now. So, yeah. Next up, the goddamn issue 5. Holy crap, this issue was awesome. We got the fight scene with the Nephilim and Noah, and then Cain is just like, you don't mess with this. And this freaking arm grows back inside the Nephilim's, like, body. And then this pretty crazy stuff, man. Like, the mom rescues Lodo, and he kills her. Like, man, that's rough. And... it really, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's just, ouch. That's just rough. So definitely can't wait for the next arc. It's coming out in 2017. Wonder when that's going to hit. But yeah, it was great stuff. Pretty intense stuff. Great action sequences. I mean, overall the story is interesting. Art and pacing and the colors are great. So yeah, can't wait for the next one. Next up we have Cage number 2. Awesome stuff. Just a runaway that he gets like... high, and it's just great pages, great coloring, just really fun, and I dug it. Cannot wait for the next one just to see where it's gonna go. I mean, it's just fun. I mean, now we have, what's her face? Misty Knight is in, so wonder what's gonna go down with that. And the ending, is it real or not? Who knows? But definitely loving the art, loving the colors, and yeah, can't wait for the next one. Star Wars 25, we have the conclusion of those stormtroopers on that Imperial Star Destroyer. For some reason, our team totally comes out and scattered, and it's just, well, I forgot CPO got arrested. But it was just lackluster. I mean, this build up to it was just awesome, but then now it just happens, and it's just, here, snippets of what actually happens, and bam, it's done. And then we have a pretty lengthy backup now that I'm looking at it, which is kind of a bummer, because, I mean, that many pages is a backup of an R2-D2 story. That's alright, but I seriously, you know, preferred it was a straight-up Star Wars. And now with the next arc, I wonder what's going to be. It looks like Obi-Wan or Yoda related, so definitely looking forward to that. But it was a bummer here, and yeah, I sort of wish there was more. But it was kind of nice to see like each character doing their thing, but just sort of wish there was more. Next up, Empress number 7, a $6 comic. Bummed me out. I mean, sure, it is kind of thicker, but I mean, Chew, it's a 60-issue series, and it had a $6 comic. Empress has 7 issues. I mean, definitely love Immonen's art, don't get me wrong, it just bums me out when things are so expensive. But comics is the life. Anyway, so we got a conclusion. I mean, that was a cool twist. I mean, it actually is within the personality of the king. Like, he wouldn't care where she came from. Well, if you're not going to ask, I'm not going to tell type of thing. Definitely didn't see that coming. But the ending was kind of like irksome, as in like, what? You don't know who he really is? So that's the end of book 1. I mean, that was kind of nice that they are extending it to book 2. But beyond that, I mean, it was a solid issue. It just irks me about the price, but like I said, I mean, I'm complaining for the sake of complaining. I mean, it was good stuff. Empress, I think the hardcover's out, so definitely check out that. There's probably like cool backups or like notes and all that stuff, but I got the issues anyway. So yeah, look forward to book 2 whenever that's gonna drop. So that's it for this week's. Next upcoming stuff is all the stale stuff that I got. I've been reading issue by issue versus like everything. So first off, the Aftermath Big Clean number 3. Really still digging it. I'm just bummed out that the whole to be continued thing actually doesn't exist. It's just a snippet of the story, and I was like bummed that this was in continuation. But I'm actually okay with that, because this story was also solid and great about like these kids playing a game, and they're killers, and then there's this like crazy monster at the end and just kills everybody. Love the colors, love the art. More talking this time around, but the concept was just great fun, and definitely the art is just whacked, and love it. So yeah, can't wait to read the next one. Witchfinder City of the Dead 305. More talking in this issue, and then the revelation at the end with the snakes. It was alright. I mean, it was just detectiving and figuring out where they needed to go, find those people that disappeared, and just trying to get more background information. Overall, it's alright. Nothing too crazy. Karnak number 3, awesome issue in terms of just knowing more about Karnak and how interesting this guy is. Really wondering how they're going to pull it off in the TV show. If he's going to be different, and different skill set for sure. He's just whacked. And interesting to note just like how his personality is. You see more of it when he's talking to like civilians, and then the world talk was kind of nice. So interesting stuff like that. Next up, Demonic number 3. I don't know, it's kind of getting old now that we have this whole thing set up where he's trying to kill all these people that messed up his life, and at the same time he's trying to feed the souls, and then the cops are trying to go after him. So I don't know, it feels repetitive, but it's like new information, but the pacing just feels awkward. Next up, She-Wolf number 3. This was awesome. I mean, the fact that you don't know where she is from the beginning, and then it just gets more crazy and crazy, and then you realize what happened, and it's just like, wow. So yeah, definitely dug this issue. It was like a build-up from, like, the first 2 issues build up to this, and it's just like, whoa, craziness. So really dug that. So lastly, we got Bounty number 4. I mean, I love the colors, love the concept, and I love the first, like, pretty much all of it, except the end. It was like a twist for the sake of a twist, and it's just like, so what does this mean? Like, is he gonna hunt her down for what? Like, he's working for the crown? What's going on? But anyway, with all that said, I enjoyed the concept. The world building could be a lot better in terms of just, because there's so much that I sort of wish I learned more about that versus like this intimate story. But I don't know. But anyways, colors is great, visuals are great, so yeah. So yeah, there you have it for this week's Comics Time. I hope you like what you got, because it's your money. And as always, leave your comments and blah blah blahs down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And that's it for this week's Comics Time. Out.